Dear Lord, Father God, we come to you as humble as possible. We just some young dragons out here trying to do the best we can. Thank you for getting us through another week of work, relationships, and friendships, Lord God. Oh my God. And our trials and tribulations, please keep us safe during all our capers and shenanigans. Please keep our friends and family safe. Please bless our guests that we have on our show. We ask that you bless us up and help us rest up. So with that said, this is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast, and if you don't tune into the broadcast, then y'all the outcasts. With that being said, church. Should I be saying too much, bro? Hella tongue twister.
I'm surprised you got it on the first take. That was
No.
This is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We're right in the middle of the conversation. I am your host, Mr. Freeminds. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have.
Come on,
Emails.
okay.
To my left, I have.
DJ Heavy, how y'all feeling on this Friday? To my left, I have. To my right, I have JK. To my
Yo,
my
come on,
left.
stop doing that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, to my left.
What's good?
Go
What's
ahead.
good? It's the Pastor Christian, aka Fat Daddy. What's good? Well, you call me Fat Poppy? That's my name. Yeah. Apparently.
I didn't come up with that. No.
I guess you don't have a name.
oh,
You say to my left.
Oh,
Right.
to my left. I'm sorry.
Give it up.
I'm Brittany. To my left.
Back to the
oh,
host.
back to the host.
Hey.
This is the special BDN. What we call this? +1 edition.
Yeah, it's Friday, so you
Friday.
we just out here all hanging out, having
Oh,
a great
y'all
time. We got
got
special
me
guests in here and
I
shit.
got the late memo.
Mine on the way.
The late memo, for real.
You already heard my tongue. We had already put things in motion.
Yeah,
man.
we took a week off last week. Everybody, recharge,
yeah,
vacay,
man.
do their whole thing, get in relationships, that whole thing.
I guess not.
All right, nobody heard me throw that in there. All right, cool.
I guess you the
He's the only one.
Oh, yeah.
entity. You know, you
Yeah,
got a
I'm the only
relationship.
Oh, you got a relationship?
Yeah, that's what the
Oh,
whole
it's
thing.
official?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
this
thought
whole
it didn't.
time?
That's what the whole Snapchat thing was.
Oh, I
didn't
thought
know.
it was just.
I
Y'all
didn't
thought, it was a game. Y'all thought it was
Yeah.
you that just for play. Huh?
I
When has
know
he ever
it's
done that?
a-
Period, yo.
But I didn't know that meant like,
like roses?
girlfriend,
I mean, in, like in
boyfriend.
a heart
That's
on the
what I
bed.
meant, like,
Nobody
that's what
does
that meant.
that.
Like, I appreciate you. It's your
Yeah.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
feeling
took
you
it
more
like.
than I'm feeling anyone else.
Has
And
anyone ever
I
done
took
that?
it
once
like
we
that
keep
too.
moving,
Created
I don't know.
the flowers and all
Okay,
that.
shoot. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, no.
Let's let everybody
Okay,
know.
let's give it up for let's give it up for our dragger.
Dragon turn, right, yo.
We lost the +1.
Alright, yo.
I hung my
He
jersey
taught
up,
me everything
yo.
I know, yo. He taught me everything I know.
I hung my jersey up, yo. I just hope I get a gold jacket. yo.
Yes.
That's all.
Not
That's
about
all.
relationships.
Yes.
Look, I got a
Young
relationship
black
partner.
men out here doing their thing, committing and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Okay,
It's just a rare commodity,
It's
yo.
lit. It's a very rare, very
Yeah, yo.
rare. You feel me? Shout out to
Oh,
Mills for
Yeah, man. Shout out Jalen, though.
yeah.
Where the fuck is she?
Right.
Shit, damn.
What's been going on? What's been going on?
Crazy
Talk,
week,
man.
crazy week. I mean, I know the vacation was cool. Virginia Beach was cool. We didn't have to worry about no
Look at
crazy
them
weather.
cheesing and shit.
No crazy
Vacation
weather.
was
I'm talking
cool.
about weather. I'm cheesing over weather. All right, that's cool.
Look, the whole thing was good.
The whole thing was good. But the weather was cool. We had to worry, right on the beach, and they was talking about that hurricane might have came that way or whatever. So we avoided all that. So that was cool.
Yeah, that is good.
It was a nice little vacation. How was your week off?
Nigga said
Oh,
week
well,
off.
we off.
We at work, man.
I was saying, I had to work.
I had to work too.
I had to work. It wasn't no off week for me. I just was working like I always do. I'm a slave, y'all. To the money because I'm so broke.
Right. What did you get into last weekend?
I don't even know what the fuck I did.
That
Probably
live?
Met you last week.
Regular, probably just normal shit. I don't even know what the fuck I did. What the hell I did? I don't even
These
know.
days just blur into each other. Like,
I know, that's how you
Right.
get
That's how you
Like-
get older,
That's how you
man.
get
Like,
older.
that's one of the symptoms, though.
Yeah.
just blur into each other. I don't even remember.
What's the
if
day?
did
I don't know, man. Like, it's different when I was in school, I guess, because it helped me keep a track of the days with the assignments and the midterms and stuff like that. But every day is the same. Go to work miserable, go home, and whatever. Go wake up, be
Right.
miserable again.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I did do so. I went to some art festival last weekend.
In Maryland?
Yeah, it was an art festival in Little Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and they got what was it? They draw with chalk on the street, Like it's like street artists. And they real elaborate pieces of artwork, like portraits. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
portraits that's drawn in chalk.
That's
That shit
crazy.
was dope.
I didn't know that people could actually make like legit art in chalk.
Like that shit was dope. Like I'm gonna write a blog. I took pictures and everything, and I'm like, share it. I'm gonna share it on blog. But like,
I be seeing you getting into your paintings now, yo. You trying?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
alright.
another thing I've been doing. Yeah, I've been painting. I do painting once a week.
Oh, all right.
Once a
Them
week.
sipping paints got you going, huh?
Yeah, like I'm inspired.
I always say I'm a girl. I never been. If y'all been to one, I've never been to
I know
one
you
yet.
have. I would- I would
always-
love one.
Yeah.
I said,
I always
I
say I'm
really
a
want to
girl.
go.
Yeah.
That shit sounds lit.
We can do
Yeah,
our
I
own
was saying
sipping
that,
paint.
We could.
We can do
can.
our own sipping
We can.
That would be
paint.
dope. That would be
For
cool as
busy doing
shit.
nothing.
Okay, BDN
Okay.
sipping paint.
BDM. Yeah.
More to come. More to follow. We gonna fill y'all in on what the hell, cause that shit was cool. We did the kickball shit. That was cool. So
Yeah, we should have did that
Definitely
again, yo.
gotta do
That shit was so much
I
fun.
will host a
Oh my
sipping
God,
paint
that's
since
all
I'm painting.
kickball games.
Yes.
Yo, okay, yeah, host that shit.
I will host a sipping paint.
And the
since
next time,
I've
bring
been
the
painting.
drinks.
Listen, we could get a hall and do that shit. I'll help put down
It
for
was
that
so
shit.
much.
Yeah.
I was the
That shit
MVP.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, we out here BDN sipping paint. You heard that shit live on a Friday. You heard us here.
These hot topics.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, all
We're
right.
not there yet.
I mean, other than that, though, you know, we had the crazy world that we live in, doing exactly what it does.
People is nuts out here.
Yeah, yo. Rest in peace to Kanika. Ain't that her name?
That's
Kanika.
Kamika.
Yeah.
Kanika.
Oh,
Kanika.
Oh, what's her last name?
I don't know her last
It
name.
was
All I
two
know is
last
it's
names,
like
so-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I thought it was like Johnson or something.
Yeah,
Rest in peace
Yeah,
to
rest
her
in,
from
yeah,
Chicago.
R.I.P. man.
She had I still don't even understand.
There's
that
a lot
whole-
of foul plays, a lot of
Yeah.
discrepancies going on. The type of freezer she was in, like, there's no way she can close herself in. I don't know if you guys seen it. There's no way.
Yeah, because
I haven't seen the freezer door. I want to
It
see
slides
if I saw it.
Yeah.
like a shower door that
It's
slides.
an opening, but I worked at a restaurant, and the way it is when you walk in the freezer, it's no way to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
It's like it
yeah,
doesn't,
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't shut
exactly.
automatically. It
Okay.
stays open because there's no handle to get out.
Exactly.
And then it's like the little plastic things right there, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
like
Exactly.
It's hard.
me knowing that I can't see.
So
that.
how
They
did
said
she
it was
get
two
stuck in
doors. It was two doors. So the first door, she would have stayed right there. She would have been able to get out, but she went further in, and that one doesn't have the handle on it. So
See,
that's why she was just stuck.
I didn't see a video of her walking in a freezer though. I just saw
They
the
didn't
one.
release
you
it
saw
yet.
the footage.
Okay.
Yeah, just
They
the-
just released the videos. Are walking in the kitchen.
Yeah, and stumbling and stuff. That's why
Yeah.
I'm
My
like,
thing
well,
is-
we need to see that because that's gonna be the determining factor of what happened here.
But I'm so confused as to like, yo, I have been pissy drunk. Like I'm talking about drunk as fuck. Like, and I'm talking about not like a million times, like over, like drunk as shit. And there's no way that like I'm just gonna walk my ass into a fucking cold ass freezer. Like even though you're drunk, you're
How
like
did she get-
listen.
how did she get
Yeah,
down
it's like
with
you're.
that
I
shit?
understand that you're drunk, but like your senses are not that. Like again, yes, you're drunk, and like maybe other things could occur while you're drunk. You wander. You know, you may have sex with someone you don't know.
She might
Like
not-
things like that.
She
happen.
might have had some other.
No, I'm not saying for everybody. I'm not saying for everybody. I'm just saying like as far as like the craziest things that could happen while you're like
Yeah.
drunk out of your mind. Like, but it's like I don't see like anything. I don't see like in my mind like the
How she
crazy.
ended there.
She gonna like kill
Walking
herself
into a
or
fucking
something,
freezer and
you
staying in that
staying
bitch
there
till
the
you
whole
freeze
time.
to death.
Right.
the
Like,
whole
this is
time.
yo.
Like, why would
I just
that
went to sleep.
happen?
Some people
though?
are trying to
Like,
say that she possibly was drugged, maybe.
She looked like she was in the
Young-
video
young
because the
J-Lo.
way she
I
was,
never took
she was
hardcore drugs, so
stumbling
it's like I
like.
can't, and I never been around people. So for me,
somebody-
I can't judge that.
She was on
I think
drugs.
somebody
That's people were
drugged.
trying
She
to
looks like she was
say
drugged. She doesn't look drugged. She looks
The
like
way
somebody
she
drugged
looked.
her. The way she looks
I
on the
don't
video.
know.
She didn't
Yeah,
look
like-
drugged
I've never
to me.
really
She
Which
was
video?
drunk. She was just like she was just stumbling.
I
No, she's on something. No.
Yeah, I think
I feel like
She's
she was
on
on
something.
something.
I don't
Exactly.
know.
Just
She was
like
just
that.
stumbling.
Niggas that
I don't
drunk, yo.
stumble like that when I'm drunk.
Yeah,
I'm
yo.
sorry. I
If you're
feel
really
like
that, if you're drunk,
No,
like
she's
again, and not
slow.
everybody handles liquor like how
Is she
everybody else
19?
I feel like she
handles
was
it.
too in her
Okay,
mind.
she is
She's
19.
19.
Okay, yeah, back to her age. She probably does not
She's definitely
experience.
19.
Obviously, she's not inoculated to drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
but
that's
still.
true. Because I mean, I can't remember like when I was that young, maybe drinking. I don't probably remember every single thing I did. I know I ain't dumb enough to go
I
sit in
ain't
the
do
freezer,
that.
but
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Nah,
Yo, after a while, what
If
the fuck?
anything,
You're gonna that shit is gonna sober you up. Like, what the? It's cold as shit in this bitch. Like, where am I at? Like, you feel me? Like, what the fuck? I don't think anyone would be that drunk as to where they'd be like, you're in a fucking freezer. Like that shit is like below
She was
whatever the
everywhere.
fuck degrees.
She
that
was
shit is.
everywhere in
How
the
nobody
building,
seen
and
her?
nobody saw
It was
her.
one time when I was younger, and I was at like a little sleepover in a hotel. I used to sleepwalk. I don't fucking know. And I ended up waking up, I remember in the hallway crying, and like some nice little white couple helped me find me tomorrow, and that's me at like 7, and that happened, and I
Like-
was at a hotel, and people found me. I
Where
don't
were the
know.
bystanders at? Where were the
Right,
Where were
there was
nobody
the
there.
guests at?
Yeah.
Where were the
The hallway looked gray and
Right.
dark as shit.
It
It
looked
looked
abandoned.
grim. Like
Right.
that shit looked creepy.
and every
like the
single
whole
footage, it was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
She was in a
That's-
part of the hotel she wasn't supposed to be at. That's what it is. They should have been closed off.
That's what I'm saying. How is that? And it's like I feel like people are in.
How does she
the-
have access to it?
People are
Is
in
that
the people
easy?
are in the
Cameras, somebody
camera thing,
watching
watching the
them.
cameras. Like no one was like, "What the fuck, this little nigga doing?" In the fucking get her out of there. Like
Where's
what the hell is
security
going on?
at? Where's security at?
Kept in the hallways, and nobody would have even been
I could have
there.
just pulled her into a room, yo. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
It just seemed fishy because the way they pulled out the story in the first place was they said the cameras wasn't working. So all of a sudden
yeah,
now the
and
cameras
it's
working.
Who are they protecting? I think that's the
Yeah,
question.
like I
Some
don't know who they
footage
trying to
It's a
protect.
fraud, man.
They trying to protect
Fraudulent
somebody. It's probably a
activity.
coworker, somebody that worked there.
Somebody
The
hire
girl
out.
like,
or something.
yeah,
the,
like-
the,
She
the
did.
Irene
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
She worked there. Like that
I
was
didn't
her
know that.
hotel. She knew whatever was going on.
Yeah.
She
I just
died
kind of got irritated with the whole people on the internet acting like they was being able to put the story
Detectives,
together
like
on
CSI
their
and
own.
shit.
It's just like, come on,
And it's
that
just
shit
like, do
drive me
people not
crazy,
understand? Do
yo.
people? I feel like people are, and it's like I've seen so much stuff on like opinions, and
Yeah.
I even saw a meme the other day. It was like somebody fucking took like a fucking freezer, and they made like it was like a joke about this shit, like, and it was yes, like it was, and I'm just like, do people
Yeah,
forget
people
that
are
like
sensitive,
this
man.
is like someone's fucking child?
And this could
like,
happen to
this is,
anyone.
you know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is like
Or
real life
someone you
happening.
know.
And again, I understand that like, Twitter's funny, Instagram's funny, you get on social media, it's supposed to be funny, you care,
supposed to
whatever,
exploit
but like,
everything.
this
Some
is like a
situations
serious,
are
like, this is like, someone fucking
It's
died.
always
This
gonna be
is
that person
a
that just jumped
child,
in,
a life,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't even, like,
Black
and
humanity,
when
man.
people forget about this shit and we move on to the next fucking crazy thing, like, her mom is still gonna be grieving, her
Yeah,
parents are
yeah.
still gonna be, her real friends are still gonna be, grieving. It's not like, I don't know, people just are weird, like,
People been accused of everything too. Like it been guys that was at the party accused
Yeah.
of rape.
Yeah.
Putting
Yeah.
the addresses
Yeah,
out.
like yeah.
I actually went on Facebook, and the one guy, and he was just like, somebody put like, they can't even be you because I guess he's handicapped. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just like all of this
It's a lot.
extraness going on in it.
but it's more or less, I feel like people try to do that shit because the police really aren't doing shit. And
Yeah,
it's just
and I
like,
get it.
if we, I
It
feel like
might be,
if
but we don't
didn't-
know.
If we didn't put that shit at the forefront, then like, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of, well, like, how are they not getting this type of information to us? How, you know what I'm saying? These people are police. Like, we
Put
not
anything
fucking,
else out
we
there.
not police. We don't know whatever. And I feel like, what the fuck? We on here like digging. Like, I saw somebody the other day fucking taking the audio, trying to skew the audio so that you can hear one of the girls talking about he's in there raping her. Like, he skewed it so you could like really hear it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, these police aren't out here like
Doing all
skewing
that,
shit and doing
yeah.
stuff like that. But it's like
get
normal
paid.
civilians, like. So it's just like, and then the thing about the people at the hotel were telling them when they were knocking on doors, like they made them leave. Like that's what I'm saying. Like what is really, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is really going on? Because that's, you know what the fuck? This lady is trying to figure out where the fuck her child is. Like what do you mean? You about to, you know what I'm saying? And you calling the police on her for like disrupting the peace. Like the
Right.
peace is already disrupted. Like what the
Right.
fuck? No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Hopefully they do something, man. Figure
then where were
something
her
out,
friends,
whatever, man.
Where were her friends, right? Because
Yeah,
those
that's-
people
that's
that was
the
there,
main
ain't
question.
Too
her
busy
friends.
on fucking
Question.
Facebook Live. That's where the fuck they was at. Like.
Yo, that whole like internet was just trying to be on Facebook Live for everything, like even inappropriate things just killed me. Yo, it's like, yo, what are you
I agree.
doing? Yo, like life is really happening around you, like real serious stuff, and you worried about
It's always
talking
about
to people.
a
Yeah,
gra-
like,
a
in the comments
gratification.
and stuff. Yeah, yo, it's just like that's crazy.
Yeah, 'cause I saw that video. That was weak.
It
All
was
she did,
weird,
was, like,
too.
yeah, like all she
It was
did
just a
was
weird video.
smoking, listening
was
to
creepy.
music.
Like regardless of whether or not they was involved in any of that, I still think just they was clowned out just with the whole
Way
situation.
clowned.
Yeah, that whole thing. They even whether they are guilty of that, they still guilty of being clowns. So
But it's just, and it's also, it's just like, they're young. Like, they may have looked older, but they're young. And I feel like as a parent, I don't give a fuck what the fuck going on. I don't care how much you hate me, you don't like me, we get into whatever. Like, you're 19 years old and you're not about to go to nobody's hotel party.
lied,
they probably
And
did.
even whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm talking about. It's like, parents nowadays are not
I got
like at the forefront of what the fuck going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And kids feel like they have to lie because, you know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to tell me, like, I mean, yeah, we all have done it, but I'm just like, you know, like,
Thank God.
But I feel like parents right now
It's just-
want to be friends.
Yeah.
more than parents.
Yeah,
They wanna be
friends.
Because they're
That's
young.
the trend, man.
and they
Yeah,
and they have
yeah,
other
yeah.
kids, and it's just
It's
like, oh damn, I don't
sometimes.
feel like dealing with you.
Right.
Like, go ahead, do
Right.
whatever. Like, just go,
Just
get out of
go.
my face, get out of my hair, because I don't care. Like, do whatever you want to do. And it's like, did she come up the house with the outfit that she had on? Like, she came up the house like that?
Right.
Because my 19-year-old
What
child
outfit?
is
Yeah,
not
it's
coming out the
not
house
gonna
looking
walk
like
out
that
with a bra
unless
on.
she
It's
packed
jean
clothes
jacket.
and you know she changed. But if
Yeah,
she,
clothes that-
my 19-year-old
Yeah.
little girl is not about to you.
What was the outfit?
Excuse
I didn't
me.
see
She had like,
Yeah,
she had like,
like a
she had like a
bralette
bra
on,
on, jean
jeans,
jacket.
her
Yeah.
boobs. She was very like voluptuous. She
Yeah,
had titties. She
of
had
course she's
butt.
19-year-old, but she
like-
look 19. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
Older,
like,
you
and it
know,
was
she's
all
chilling.
like out and
But,
going on.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah,
there's
no,
no
I'm
way
saying,
that
yeah,
she
you
would have
can't
came
leave,
downstairs
right?
and walked past me, and I'm not about to be like,
You can't tell that.
no,
nigga.
no, where you going?
I think
Like,
she probably downplayed
Right,
this party
right,
to her
right.
mother.
Yeah, I mean,
probably
She
did.
probably was like, Mom, I'm going to
I mean,
a
she
hotel
probably
party
made
with my
well
and that's my thing.
friends.
It's just like, yo, I
Like,
would want to be the
taking
parent where it's like, come to my house. You could throw a party, throw that shit at my house, so I know what the fuck going on. Like, you know, you could drink, you know, y'all could whatever,
Yeah, I
but
know
like,
some
do
parents
that
like
shit
that.
here. Like, please do that shit here because if you know what I'm saying, you have to lie and do it. This is the type of shit that happens when you have to fucking lie and get out. No, do that shit
But it's
here.
probably about them boys though too.
And that too,
It's
yeah.
just like, yeah, y'all probably could go there and have y'all sleep over. Maybe she might make some drinks, but them boys probably
Right.
Yeah.
be in there. So
And it's like fraud. Like, yo, females really need to be careful about fraudulent niggas. Like, how the fuck you letting fraudulent niggas come up into your fucking hotel room and just be on some fraudulent shit? Like, you really have to be very aware and very like on top of niggas nowadays. And it's sad that you have to do that, but like niggas mindsets nowadays, and like especially the younger generation of niggas mindsets is like crazy. So it's like you have to be on top of that shit. You have to know like. If you really have good,
Get it together, yo.
Taylor already drunk and shit.
I'm slipping, son.
Oh, yeah. I don't think- Oh, you like it?
What you doing?
This was supposed to be your cup. What you mean?
Baby.
I didn't know.
It's the relationship cups. Oh, wow.
Aside from that, then there was the other girl. Her name was what was it, Beth Harris or something like that? The other girl from Chicago.
Oh,
yeah.
Her home
That's
girl. Which is crazy because the article I read said that the girl Beth Harris is 36 or 33, and
And her
home
friend
girl
is like
20
22.
something.
Yeah, and I'm like,
How
how do
they
you even
friends?
find a
It's-
friend 13 years younger than you and be hanging out with? And like,
But you would think that she would
I
be
know
more so
people
like
who
a.
do that, but it's because of maturity
Yeah,
level.
it
Like maybe
is.
the younger friend is more established. Like 'cause
You
you
know, the
a
older
lot of
one should have
people who
been
can
the mentor to the
shit.
younger
I
one.
think
Older
can-
friends. You could just connect.
10 years older than me.
like
friends,
13 years
Like I
older
went to
than
my mother's friend dinner party in their 50s. It was nice. It was cool.
But you know your
Talk about
mother and the
politics
kids'
and
associates.
shit.
Like if you're hanging out with somebody close to their 30s, it's probably because of
Yeah.
Reggie who's older. If I'm hanging with somebody in their 30s, because my brother who's 8 years older than me, but I
Right.
have a reason to hang with them.
It's either
or
like,
know
yeah,
them.
like
It's
people
some
who knows
association.
friends in their age group or
Yeah.
family
I'm not
members.
just gonna hang with somebody
But, like,
13 years older than me.
sometimes,
hanging
like,
out with.
you
Work
could,
too.
I was about to say
Yeah.
co-workers.
Yeah,
you
That's
know,
why I said it
like,
might have been
co-workers.
co-workers.
Alright, that's like a special
80 years
type of
old.
yeah.
But
That's the main thing. Like,
yeah, but the thing, well, she said the story was her friend got drunk and must have passed out, and the Beth Harris must have recorded two guys basically having sex with her while she was drunk and passed out, and then posted it on Facebook. And she's also from Chicago, so Chicago is
They
looking
losing.
bad right now.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that whenever somebody wants to bring up, all this type of black on black crime perpetuation, they bring up Chicago, and here we go, Chicago living up to the standard, yo. It's just like, come on, yo, like, what's up with Chicago?
Yeah, it said it was what on like some Instagram live, Facebook live, was it
It was-
Snapchat?
it
or
was Facebook
It was
Live or something.
Facebook Live.
Okay.
What is
Yeah.
wrong
But that's
with
not
social
a
media.
But like stuff like that is
People
not just
think
like
that they
it's not a
making
black
movies or
thing.
some
Like
shit.
white bitches.
I know, I was saying,
Oh, no,
it's
I know,
bad
but I'm
enough
just
that-
saying like
Chicago
in
was the
general,
place
like
to
they
bring
try
up.
to do that shit to us, like, oh, that's a black one. No, white bitches will get drunk and not give a fuck about what the fuck going on. They
Right.
doing their own thing
Yeah.
anyway.
Right.
They sloppy drunk, like that's just a
It's
use.
just
Wait,
about-
alright,
you-
forget about
Chicago.
color, but what kind of
Yeah.
friend is that though?
It's no friend.
One, she didn't stop it from happening. Two, she felt the need to exploit you. And
Yeah,
for what?
that's
What did she get out of that?
You said
I
she
think
was
saying
she,
this is
was-
my
I think
friend
she was,
getting
it was
molested. This is my
retaliation.
friend.
It was retaliation. Like she got them to do that to her
Oh.
while
I didn't know
she
that.
while she was drunk.
I
Like
didn't
while
know
she
that.
was passed out and unconscious, them dudes, she just recorded them having sex with them. Like it was like a whole thing that was planned.
Like 32 weeks.
Beth Ray Harris or
Beth,
something like that.
yeah,
Beth Harris.
something.
Wow.
But
And that's the older one. You think she would know better than
Right.
that? You know, why is
Yeah,
she
it's
picking
like
on like the
people's
younger one
crazy.
like that? You
She
know,
hating.
Yeah.
That's what it was. She hating
Oh,
on
yeah,
that. She hating
possibly.
on
It
that.
said
She's
it's
not ugly,
over a
girl, she's
man,
pretty,
so
though.
it makes.
It was
I thought
over
I
a
read about
man.
that. I thought I just
Oh.
didn't want to be incorrect.
Yeah,
It was over a man.
that's so.
I
Oh,
guess
she was
she
mad.
She
probably
like
was messing
jealousy over
with.
a
I
dude.
thought I
Okay.
saw that. That's pathetic.
Over a man.
Oh,
So you
okay.
just gonna let your friend get raped though? Like over because
Yeah.
Let your
People
baby
really
sister
don't
rape.
have a sense of self, you know.
And when
Identity.
it comes to like over a female or over a man, like people will do anything. People will, like
Man.
there's
I
no
didn't know.
limits.
Like that's crazy.
what
Like I
people
know
do.
sometimes people can be jealous of others, but I didn't know it ran
Yes.
that deep. Like,
Yeah, it does.
like
You know,
I'm
watch
jealous.
all the
that
murder
you-
shows. Well, I mean,
The
not
who?
like that. It's so many
Oh,
shows
no.
on
Yeah.
love and passion
A
crime.
teacher just
Yeah.
got murdered this week in Columbia
Yeah.
because
Maryland?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
Howard
She was
County.
missing.
Wow.
Oh, she got murdered.
She was pregnant.
They said that
she
she
was
was-
a side chick, and she
he
was
shot her in the
going
back
to
of
meet
the
up with
head.
the fiance. And but I was
Yo,
like,
for the
you
longest
can't
time.
get on the
Dude was
news though when
cheating.
you got a fiance.
And
She
she
should
was
know you
confronting
cheating.
him, and
That's
she was pregnant. Like the teacher was pregnant with his child, and she was gonna meet with his fiance to tell him, but he shot her in the back of the head.
Oh.
And then called the cops and was like, "Oh, she's
The
missing."
guy shot her.
The guy, the boyfriend.
Oh,
The
okay.
boy before.
And then called the cops and then got on TV and was like, "Where's my wife? Like, I'm looking for her," and was crying. And come to find out, it was him anyway.
Yo,
And he
the-
buried her in DeMarcus or something like that.
Because
in
the
a grave.
students were saying, "Where's my teacher? Where's the teacher? We miss her so much. We love her. Where is she? She ain't show up for school the first day. No, none of that, yo."
That's crazy.
Apparently,
Like,
they said the police set it up though. Like they knew it was
Yeah,
him,
they
but
knew it was
wanted.
him.
I couldn't do that as a parent. I could not sit there knowing that this guy.
Yeah.
Yo, that's sick.
And they
Like
wanted
you
to see
got
how far
somebody
he would
pregnant, you gonna
go.
kill him just because you don't want your girl to find out. Like at that
Right.
point, you gotta
Yes.
bite the
She
bullet.
found
yo.
out now because you won a
Yeah,
press
yeah.
conference.
Right.
I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
get the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like,
You
you
gotta-
kill
you
her,
gotta
but
bite
you
the bullet,
gonna go out
definitely.
there and she knows.
People do
Now
anything
she
in
know
the
how
heat
to
of the
protect their
moment.
secrets,
Boyfriend and
yeah.
murder.
On top of the
Yeah.
fact that,
Her
the woman
fiance.
that got
Oh,
pregnant
fiance,
shouldn't
damn.
even had to be the one to tell his fiance that she was
Right.
pregnant. Like
Yeah,
the dude
yeah,
should have
yeah.
like been like, "Yo,
You know, guys are not about to do because
No.
they want
Yeah,
their
but-
cake and they want to eat that
Yeah.
shit
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I ain't gonna kill nobody
And
over
on
no
top-
cake, yo."
Listen,
Must be some good cake, yo.
Apparently he would
I
though.
never taste that before.
Yeah, yeah,
but it's like
Something
people want
that
to
he
want to take stuff to their grave. They
People
don't
love
want
different.
they don't want
They're
someone
different.
Yeah,
else to
find
out
out
them
their
on
secrets,
something. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's an ego. That's a male ego thing too. Like, oh, you're about to out me for this. No, you're
It's
not.
all about
Like
control.
I'm gonna like it's you know
I
what I'm
wonder
saying?
how
It's
far
like-
along she was, cause
I
he
think
was
4
like,
months.
oh, she was getting there for him to act that way. It's like he probably knew for a while, and she was saying something for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell your fiance.
And that's it too. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes as females, you have to like just be quiet about your like what the fuck you about to do because she probably like you said for a while was like, well, you know what I'm saying, if you don't say something, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
something. And it's like you can't keep pushing somebody and you know threatening to whatever. Like sometimes you gotta
That
just
is the threat.
slide a note quickly like by itself or
Yeah.
something or you know do whatever. And it's like if you the side chick, you already knew what the fuck you getting yourself into.
Or
So like
just don't say nothing at all. Just do it. The fuck. Like if it was me,
Yeah.
and they were to give me like I ain't
you don't need to.
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
need
tell
to
you.
say
I'm
nothing.
not gonna
Just
tell
do
you. I'm
it.
telling your fiance. I'm just gonna do it.
I would have.
I'm gonna tell your fiance.
Like, wait, like, how does this whole thing
And if I just
work?
die after that, I mean,
Yeah.
your fiance know.
But it was probably him telling her like, you know, we gonna be together, and she probably like, well, what the hell? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
Yeah,
If you
we don't know
don't
the
figure it
plan.
out, if you don't whatever, I'm gonna tell her. And then you know that pressure gets in somebody's head, and they just like, listen, I don't want to deal with it. Like I'm not about to, you know. So
Yeah, that's wild. I ain't even know about that. But
people are crazy and shit.
too many murders, too many. Oh, and Baltimore basically officially. What do we pass New York for the?
Oh,
for murders,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to everybody
As
lost
many
their
people that
lives.
live in New
Like,
York, how we passed that?
Baltimore murder,
We
man.
gotta-
We
we
live
gotta
up
do
to our
better.
legacy every
We
year.
had
yo,
what, like
every
2 or
year.
3 ceasefires this year, and
Yeah,
we still
yeah.
managed to do that. Come on,
Yeah.
now.
We had two.
They don't
They
do
trying to
nothing,
plan
man.
the third one.
Hey, what's the point?
What's the
Like,
point?
what's the
Yeah,
Boy, they
niggas don't
killing
give a
them.
fuck.
Each time we had a ceasefire, it didn't happen, and then we basically just we passed New York, so it's like just, whatever, yo. Like just hope you don't die. That's all you can do. It's like hope it's not you,
Hopefully, all the bad people.
because the
kill
city not
themselves.
gonna come together and do nothing.
No.
So,
Yeah, the city ain't doing this. This is regular people just creating a ceasefire thing.
right. So,
Man, the city ain't involved in that.
Yeah, I heard about the bombers, man. Rest in peace to all them out in London.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
a terrorist
yeah.
attack. You know, it was like 20 some people
20
lost
didn't
their
they just
lives.
have something else happen?
No, they didn't
It's
lose
been
their lives. They
7,
was
I think
injured.
that's-
Oh, they didn't? Nobody
Yeah,
died?
they
Okay,
said that
okay.
it was like a
I'm surprised
fail.
they ain't died. Talking about
The
a bomb.
bomb
and
didn't go off right. It didn't detonate right.
Huh?
So
Oh, I ain't hear that.
yeah, that's what happened. Like the bomb didn't detonate right. So basically,
That's good.
it harmed 22 people. It didn't
Okay.
kill. It could have
Oh,
possibly
shit,
did
shit.
way
I'm
more
about to say,
damage
I heard
than
it's
what it
bombing
did.
20 something people. I'm like, they
Yeah,
died.
it could have been worse, but like because of the way the bomb detonated off, it didn't do it the right way. So it was
Oh, it
only
went
22
up.
people that was injured, but still, like they was on the subway and everything,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
crazy.
like
The world is
Yeah,
crazy as
like,
shit,
that's-
yo.
Why is everybody doing stuff to London though? Like, why
Just
London?
be over
Like, what did
there.
London
Wild,
do?
man.
That's the
it's
reason why
just
everybody wants to
it's
keep
a
doing
hot
stuff
spot
up in
right
London.
now. I
Hot
don't know.
spot.
It's a hot spot right now.
I'm not
Maybe it's
worried
just a
about
lot of people that's
I used to
a
be
part of that
interested in
terrorist
taking a
group
trip
that
to
live there
London,
or
but-
something.
Yeah, like you gotta think with France. It's just I just feel like it's just it's just a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, it's some terrorists. Like
With
it's
the
probably just a
Syrian
group of people that's alleged
Yeah.
pledging allegiance over there in London or something. I don't know.
That's just crazy.
It's a court.
But
Oh, okay, get it now.
I know getting back to what were we saying about the girl in Chicago and all the other stuff in Chicago is just like, where do these people find these people to call themselves friends? Like how do like what? Sometimes I'd be wondering like how many friends is a person really supposed to have
Friends.
in their lifetime? Like because I feel like in your lifetime you only really have a handful of real friends. Everybody else is
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
man,
just
speak
like.
on it, man. I wish I could snap, yo.
Yeah, it's just like like everybody
Well,
else,
thank you,
and it's
thank you.
certain people that you know, like that I'm associated with, but it's like I'm not hanging out with them in situations where I feel like I might really need them, or I'm not gonna call them for something if I really need them, because it's just like,
I mean, she was still young. I mean, she thought that she could trust.
oh, well, yeah, maybe the 19-year-old,
Girl world
but the
is
other
different,
girl,
too. Like I hate to say, it, like
What is
girl
it?
world is different.
Yeah.
And wanting to accept, because me, I don't really be out either, and so it's just like me now looking back on when people would exclude me and do all that petty shit. Me saying stuff like that is like maybe they could have saved my life. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just like maybe it's good I stayed in the house and I didn't have plans and I didn't. Like girl world is real treacherous, and with that jealousy, like
you said girl world?
Yes,
Oh,
I call it
okay.
girl world.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
It can
That's
be
how I was trying to figure out what that word
Check
was.
No,
girl
it's
world.
like-
What world?
Okay.
It's way different from guys. Like, and
Yeah.
guys get over things quickly. Like,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
they-
hell yeah.
Y'all on the
guys-
same team, y'all
I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen
guys-
niggas fight and be cool the next day in school, yo.
And
Yo,
it's
you
just
tryna
like,
match,
I
yo.
like that. Like, I ain't trying to be
I
with
seen
you.
that shit so many times in high school, yo.
Right.
And it's like, girls like will fucking hate you to the death over.
Yeah, I feel like they harbor that in
over
a lot
other
more.
guys,
Yeah.
over things that are just like out of your
Over
fucking
their
control.
friends that they don't like
Yes,
now,
over
they
out
like
of
you
things
too,
that are out of your
like-
control.
Hell had no fear, like a woman scorn. This is,
Yeah, I feel like women will hold that stuff in, bottle it up, and
Let it-
let it
probably let it
go
fester,
somewhere.
yeah.
If a dude, in most cases, if a dude has an issue with something or somebody, he's either gonna, let it escalate or let it go.
Or just,
like,
just like, I don't even, and
yeah,
just
that's
keep
how
that
I
shit
do,
pushing
yeah.
on his own side. Like, no, females
Girls
is
remember
like,
that shit. They remember that shit.
Man, they won't bring it up like a month, 2 months
They write
later,
it down
yo.
in the book,
Remember
yo,
that
they
time?
blew
Yeah,
the
respond to my
stuff up.
text, yo.
Yeah.
You said you was with so and so. I'm like, yo, come on, yo.
Like, no. Why
and
would
then
I?
females
Take
like,
They would
right?
pull the
Take
phone
it.
on and be like,
That
this
shit
is
is-
what you said.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
But nah.
Especially the white girls too, like them. Like when I see them little white bully movies and shit, and you see them stuff, I'm like, yo, they be going hard, like
Niggas
die
getting shot,
bitch
yo.
and all that shit. I'm like, oh my god.
That's why
like,
Mean Girls will always
Hey,
be
Mean
a
Girls is
popular
classic, yo.
movie.
Mean Girls
is my favorite
because
movie, yeah.
It's a good
classic.
depiction of what
Yeah,
happened. Yeah,
it's-
it's like it's a little
yeah.
exaggerated, but yeah, it's a good depiction.
It's exaggerated, but
I was gonna say,
I mean,
like,
it's
it's
still
like-
like,
it's a good
killing
representation.
Because you got the people be killing
Accurate.
themselves over this shit. So it's like, no,
Yeah, no, that's
it's
true.
like,
That's
oh,
true. yo.
It does. Or they'll shoot up schools and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good movie though.
and it recently was a school shooting.
It was.
It recently was a school shooting like 2 days ago.
No, who did that?
It was like in, I think it was in like Washington, I think. It was somewhere over west or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
it
it recently happened, but like, I don't know. If they
It's
happen
just
so
jealousy
often.
and
Was that
being
the one
insecure.
where
Like,
the guy actually said something's gonna happen today, or I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm like, why
I
didn't
would-
He gave him a
He
warning
made
and
it
did it.
Yeah, no, I'm dead on
because
that.
nobody
I would've
takes
showed
things
it.
like
he
that
wrote it.
seriously.
No, I didn't.
Oh no, I know, but I'm just saying, nobody takes things like that seriously, and because it's like also I feel like a thing of where like the boy who cried wolf. People will say they're gonna do something a lot of times and it doesn't happen.
Don't
So I feel like somebody's saying something like that, people are oh okay, like whatever, you're
Yeah, you
just
don't wanna
crazy,
be the
like
snitch.
move on, whatever, whatever until and you just never know like who's actually about that shit or who's just saying that shit because they want attention or they want somebody to, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So you don't know, like you don't know.
That boy was about it that day.
Yeah.
He was about it.
And that's usually what it is. Like when people are like, whatever, like
When
go
you-
about
when
your
you
business,
over
like
it,
What,
you know,
was
I'm
this
not
like
worried
an
about
elementary
About that
middle
shit, he
school?
said
How old
he
was
did
the
it the
kid?
same day.
I don't
Like,
know. I think it was a
High
high
school?
school. I think it was a high
Oh,
school.
Most of them sneak attack. He told him. He's like, what? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If it was black eye, they just lock you up. And then, honestly, they put this other person in a mental.
And that them other boys that tried to hang that biracial
Yeah.
boy, I don't know what state it was
Yeah.
in, but they tried to hang him. He was
That's
a little 8-year-old biracial boy, and
Oh my
He's-
god, what?
it was like 2 or 3 teenage white kids that tried to hang a biracial white kid,
An 8-year-old.
an 8-year-old, but they
Yeah.
must
I
not
didn't know
have
about that.
they must not have tied the knot or whatever correct. So he was able to get himself out, but he was still hanging. He was hanging, but he was able to get himself
It looks
free.
horrible.
Yeah,
That's so
his neck got all
scary,
types of
man.
rope
To a
burns on it and
kid.
stuff like.
An 8-year-old.
Yeah.
What the fuck does an 8-year-old ever do to you? Like, that's
But yo,
serious.
why would
And
these
that's what I'm saying.
kids?
The other boy was a teenager.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the
I'm
ones that did it was
like,
teenagers.
I'm like, what?
Sick
Like,
kid.
Wow.
Sick parents.
But they don't. Yeah, I'm just saying they only learn that type of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That behavior is learned. Behavior. That hatred is learned.
Some people
though.
kids
people are just.
But I don't know. I feel like even as a kid, like you wouldn't think to hang somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
That's
know.
something
I
else.
don't know.
I was
Very
bad
thought
shit growing up, and
That's
I was
very
very
thought
violent.
out.
I
Yeah.
got honest
Yeah.
with my-
Thing like-
and I didn't grow up in any. I was just really bad. as fuck.
But
I
how
used
many
to
people
be
you know
able
that
to
yo, I'm
kick
assassin
ass.
this nigga, I'm gonna hang his ass. Like
They don't think
I'm
about
like,
that.
yo,
That's
that's
but no,
that's
as
suffer, like-
a child, you
Yeah,
don't
you're
like
right.
you're not thinking like that. Like you're not thinking like that.
I
You're
don't know,
just
'cause
thinking
it's
about
them to
kids
suffer,
out
like-
here. It's
I can
kids
do
out
this
here
to
that,
you.
that kill
I'm bigger than
animals,
you.
y'all.
Think about
Like, for the
fucking
fun.
Michael
So if you're gonna be
Myers.
willing to kill an
Yeah.
animal for fun, who's to say that the thought of you killing an 8-year-old boy just
But to hang
randomly?
him is like.
That's what I'm saying. Like that
the
that
next
takes
level,
planning.
that's
You gotta.
not-
Oh, first of all, you gotta get a
You didn't
rope.
just beat him up.
You gotta find a good tree. So it's
That's
like
very
Right,
intentional
right,
and
right.
planned out.
yeah, that's
Let's also
premeditated.
look at our fucking president for like
Yeah,
allowing
yeah.
these
Yeah, that's
crazy
true.
things.
And they
to
said it was like a
happen
couple
and-
days that went
you
by
know,
before he said
and
anything about it.
Oh yeah.
But,
Well,
I mean, me saying that is
Yeah,
enough.
he shrugged
Who
it,
the fuck
yeah.
did that to you? Like,
But the apparently the
everybody's
prosecutor,
fucking
the police,
dying.
and
What are the
that
charges?
particular
Everybody's
town,
charges?
they trying to protect the kids. You
Of
know,
course,
they trying
yeah,
to charge
of
them like
course, yeah.
minors, probably.
Yeah, so-
because they
No.
charge our
Usually
kids
they getting out at
Right.
18.
Right,
Needs to
so
be
it's just,
charged.
yeah, but I mean, I feel like if they choose not to charge them, then they need to just not charge anybody under the 18 as an adult,
Right.
because you can't pick and choose when
Yeah.
kids
What
are
situation
kids and
works.
when they're
Yeah,
not.
if they are, they off. They not.
And honestly, I feel like kids, I mean, black kids or whoever, they'll shoot somebody. Okay, yeah, you're getting charged as an adult. I feel, or I mean, if you try to hang someone, that's automatic because that's like
Yeah.
that's like a
That's
hate
like
crime.
crime.
That is
You know, a lot of people don't
It
put a
is.
lot of thought into shooting somebody. So I pulled this trigger, I aimed at this
Right,
person,
exactly.
they
Yeah,
died.
it's pretty quick.
Exactly.
But to say I'm gonna tie you up on a rope and hang you from
And
a
that means
tree,
that
like,
that
that's,
means that means that you want somebody to suffer.
Right.
That's
Of
what
course,
that
yeah,
means.
you want
If you
That's-
you know what I'm
that's
saying,
lungs
a quick
trigger.
death, shooting somebody that's quick. You're not worried about pain.
They
When
left
you
Right.
tied
when
up
you
along
when
the
you
way,
want,
like-
you know what I'm saying, when you're hanging somebody, you want somebody to suffer. Like
You
you
can
want
watch them
somebody to
die.
dangle and
Like,
watch. Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like
yeah.
that's malice. Like
Watch
that's
them, yeah.
premeditated in your
Yeah.
fucking mind. That like you want somebody to
Yeah,
really
man.
die. You about to watch this person hang
Right.
and fucking flail for their fucking life.
Exactly,
Like
man.
that's-
Strange fruit. Man.
I personally,
I don't know.
That's not okay.
I mean, maybe
Babies
it's
need
me.
to stop
I
having
believe-
babies,
I
'cause
believe
people
in
are out
death
here
sentence
crazy
in
as
certain
shit.
situations, and
Yeah,
I don't care how old
that's a
them
whole
kids
nother-
is. They need to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Like they need to go. And if their
Everybody
parents don't
knows
want them to
how
go,
long
they can
those
go
kids
take
need
it.
to go. That
If
too,
my
like,
8-year-old
Yeah.
son came to me with rope burns on his neck,
everybody's dying.
Everybody's
everyone's
got it.
dead.
What's the
Like,
crazy?
I'm going to jail.
Everybody's
I can't-
dying.
Right.
World War
like,
III.
behind
I will
that
blow
trigger
everything
shit.
up in my
Yes.
head. Like everybody's got to go. Like I'm not. I'm blowing the whole school up. Like
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, this
Like,
happened
Who
during
did this
school?
to you?
I don't know, but I'm gonna
Show
blow the
me.
school up because
Yeah,
maybe the
yeah.
kid is gonna be in there. Like I don't know. I'm blowing everything
Want some
up.
more? Go ahead.
I looked at the bottle. I didn't say I wanted to eat.
It's your birthday.
I see you
Oh,
on first
wait,
piece.
We out here, yes.
Remember? 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
belated,
trying to
yeah.
say-
She over here trying to tell Taylor happy birthday and shit.
I know. I'm like,
She like, no, Mills like, no.
It's the birthday thing. So I was like, happy birthday. And he was like, no, she don't hear it. What? It's not the birthday thing. Next, the
I
birthday.
drink the same thing. That Paul, man, that dirty ass Paul gets you right. Paul gets you right.
But what else? What else?
That's just
do we
another
have?
thing that show you that these teenage boys wasn't their boyfriend.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't
Oh, yeah,
that
it
they
wasn't.
were
Oh,
so
I don't. I
bad.
mean, they might not. I don't think it was even presumed to be friends.
How in the world did the 8-year-old hang with them in the first place?
It's probably one of those things because my
Like-
coworker, she mentioned like she found out her son, he does Pokemon, and the older kids at the daycare were telling him, when you lose, I gotta take your cards. So he lost all his cards at daycare. So you see what I'm saying? Him like, I want to be friends with them, so I'm going to do it. So me hearing that, it's just about acceptance. The little boy probably walking home with him. You know how it is. When you're that young, you probably don't need to be walking by
And
yourself.
especially with that.
Not even
Especially
saying,
if you biracial,
Yeah.
white kids or
and with everything
whatever.
that's going on. I think it
And
was down
yeah,
south
like-
too.
Biracial
Yeah.
people never feel.
Yeah, they don't feel
ever
like they
feel
belong to anyone.
like
So
they'll never feel
Yeah.
equal. It's
Well, I feel like I belong to someone. I'm biracial, I'm Dominican, and I'm black. And at the end of the day, I know that my roots come from Africa. We know that.
Yeah, I was about to say
you know?
Dominican.
You was-
Black.
you was- you was-
Let them know,
I
yo. Let them know, yo.
I'm American, yeah, but I'm a single parent home, so I lived with my mother. She is a first generation. So when I was being brought up, it was just Spanish culture that I knew. And it wasn't until I started hanging out, bonding with my dad's side that I was like, oh, okay, I fit both. But I mean, definitely, you're right, though. I got bullied a lot into like, you're not Spanish enough, you're not black enough.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you're dark skinned. And it was like, okay, well, Dominicans are dark. And I really let,
That's what I thought.
you know,
It's like, why can't
people
you
don't know that, though.
buy
People think that
business?
Spanish people are
Because of
light.
media.
No one understands that,
okay.
like, no, if you go out of this country, people are dark. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it
I used to
was,
get
my whole
bullied a lot,
family's
too.
dark. They're dark Dominicans. They're 100% Dominican, like, but they're dark. So growing up, it was a lot of like, oh, you're not, and you're not. So I mean, but I knew what I was. I had to prove nothing. I could speak Spanish. I could speak English. I know how to be here with you, and I know how to be with you at the same time. You know, but
Okay, baby sis.
but I definitely like, I don't know. I can understand from this little boy's point of view. Like it's tough. It definitely is tough. People
I just
challenge you
posted
constantly.
I just posted an Instagram post about that like a couple of days ago about just as far as like as a black community, I feel like, you know, people have touched on this before, but like as far as like the dark skin versus like the light skin type thing, and it's just like, I think it's just like ridiculous, and I'm just like, there's no way that you can be out here and like not support Trump or feel like there's racist and like you feel like because you're light skin you're better, or because you're dark skin you're better, or there should be a versus. There's no versus. Like, we are all people,
Right.
and like at the end of the
You
day,
know who created that
white,
versus,
you know,
man?
white people
Right.
don't care. White people do not
But
give a
they
fuck.
noticed it though.
They
did.
noticed it, but
because I had a woman I work with, and one time I felt like she thought she was trying to compliment me, but I took offense because I don't do that much shit.
Right.
But she was just like, "Are you mixed with anything?" And I
Yeah,
was just
they
like,
do
"Why you
that a
ask?"
lot.
She's like, "Because your features are soft." That's what she said to me, and I
Yeah.
said, "What you mean soft?" You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. She's like, oh, no, I was just saying.
And they always
Yeah.
got
You
no.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate her.
Yeah.
I'm black. That's all I said there. I was just like, what,
But that's
are you
because-
trying to compliment
But that's
me?
because
Like,
they don't understand the difference, and that's fine. Like, fine, you don't understand the difference because you're not one of us. But it's like for us
Yeah,
to
to
not
do
understand the difference, and you know, we have all these
Right.
like the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The you know what I'm saying? Light skin ain't in, like, you know, and all that is just like, it's ridiculous, and it's just like, who the fuck came up with that? Like, who the fuck is sitting around in their
White
bed
man,
like,
yeah.
oh, you know, dark, like you
Willie Lynch came up
what
with
like
that,
what
yeah.
is
It
that?
was
Like,
just
we're
another way
not.
to keep us divided.
Yes,
Exactly, man.
and it's
It
ridiculous.
still works,
and
so
I-
it still
it
works.
does.
Oh,
It definitely,
the whole
it definitely,
slavery era, 'cause
definitely
the more
works.
lighter you were, the closer you were able to be
brown
close
people.
to
Yes.
us.
Yes.
In the house.
And then that probably brewed inner resentment from, you know,
Yeah, man.
people
You
who are
call it
darker
colorism.
versus people who are lighter.
Colorism,
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
and I get my
And that's probably just something that stayed along. Like, I know a lot of people like say stuff like that jokingly nowadays, and even I might say something jokingly, but there's some people who really have resentment
It's
towards
really
other
like a
people
complex,
because
like
of
a real
the
like,
darkness or lightness of
yeah,
their
a real
black
thing.
of their skin.
They keep you on
The thing that I posted, it was like a girl talking about how she was like, I find it weird when light skin girls compliment my dark skin or compliment dark skin people, and I'm like, why, sis? Like, I'm telling you, what the fuck, you look good, like you look good, your melanin popping, like, why is that weird? That's like, I don't understand. Like, that was weird to me, and I read that and I was like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. And like, but this is like the minds of like, this is really like, what the fuck
Probably
is going
because she
on?
probably thought they were probably trying to be funny or something. She probably doesn't have a lot of
probably-
light.
And that's what I'm
skin
saying. Like,
compliments
that's
her.
not okay. Like, for you to just jump out in your skin to be like, oh, like, she's complimenting me, and I take that offensively, or I take that weirdly.
Some people
Like,
don't know how to take
no,
compliment.
I'm genuinely telling you that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like, just like if somebody were to, if a dark skinned person were to compliment me on my skin, I'm not gonna be be like, oh, that's weird. Like, you know, why are you trying to do that? Like,
I
I
remember when
just
the
think
skin
it be
was
glowing.
light.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah,
not
that's
light.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
I
Like-
appreciate some good ass skin. I go, oh my god, your skin is
Yes.
beautiful. And I'm just saying because
Regardless
you're
of what-
radiant,
Yeah,
whatever's going on with
Yeah.
you.
regardless
Yeah.
of, you know,
What shade?
the deepest of part purple dark skinned person
Yeah.
or, you know, the
That
lightest of
is
whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all black. And at the end of the day, for real, I'm serious. What the fuck?
Black-
No,
Okay,
what's her name? What's her name? Fucking Ducky. No one knows she's a model, but
Yeah,
she's real.
I know.
Like,
Oh,
she's,
you talking
She
about-
I'm
black
talking about
as
she's
shit.
Yeah,
purple,
Like,
black.
she
Like,
black
I'm
as
talking
shit.
about.
Purple
Like,
black.
she
talking about
blacker than the
she's-
black behind
I'm
you.
talking about
Like,
she's no, I'm talking
she
about
black
she's so
as
black
shit.
that like she
Black.
looks purple. And I'm not even, and I'm not being funny. I'm so serious, but she's
No, I
like she's
just-
beautiful.
I was thinking-
I'm serious.
I was thinking about Grimace and shit. Like, you talking about purple.
Look, that's you. See,
but her blackness is so beautiful
You're not
though.
helping.
Because it's like a pure blackness.
Not
Like,
culture.
it's like her whole body is just
black,
It's
like,
black and it looks
magic
beautiful.
black, like magic
It's
black,
beautiful,
like
though.
yo, it's shiny. She's shiny as shit. Like
Yeah.
yo, I've never
She's
seen.
shiny.
Oh my god,
That
like
should be
it's
cute.
crazy.
I
like,
admire
I wanna
darker
see
complexion. It's like when it glow, it fucking glow.
It
Like I'm
does.
sorry, and I admire that. I'm not gonna lie. I do. I admire that.
The actress.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
Lupita.
Lupita, yeah. She's gorgeous. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But it doesn't take anything away. I feel like from light skin, and I feel like that's what's going on right now. Like I'm still popping, so
Oh yeah.
But it all comes from basically being somebody trying to divide
say Paul?
black people or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's always been the thought of
Pass
if
the
you
ball.
lighter,
Pass
the
the ball.
purer you are.
yeah.
Pass the ball.
So
Go ahead, man.
And that
It's your
to me,
birthday.
that's like
You're
your
right. So
own.
do what you want to do on
I
your
know,
birthday. See?
To me, that's your own insecurity because why the hell, like, why are you, you know what I'm saying? You clearly feel some type of way if you feel the need to, like,
I'll keep looking at it.
say something and feel a type of way about somebody's skin being lighter than your skin. If you love the skin that you're in and you love the person that you are, nobody being lighter than you would matter. You don't give a fuck. You like, I'm popping, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm dark skinned and I fucking love it. Like, you shouldn't have to listen.
It's
We out here.
self-care.
That's
We
all
all
about
There's no,
self-care.
there's no need to bring
Yeah.
anybody else down. Like, why? The only reason why you're bringing someone else down is because you have your own insecurities. You feel your own type of way.
All right, come
What
on,
is
Heavy,
seeking
bring it home.
validation,
Bring it home.
really?
We gotta go. What's
Bring it
happening?
home,
Oh,
yo.
look, it's for Friday night, y'all. Hello. Hello.
Then you had
It's
like one more
11:14.
short one. What was it? Pet. Something
We're
about.
trying to wrap it up.
Oh, all right.
Give me the single shit.
Cut the check. Well, it's a
Huh?
lot of couple relationship ones.
I thought we didn't start till
The
like
one night
10:40.
stand thing.
Oh, 10:30.
Heavy hot topics. We out here.
All right, what's your heavy hot topic? Yo, give us one, yo.
Okay, heavy hot topic. Okay. I was about to say shit. You blowing up the spot, making it sound good.
one night stand.
We want to know, how do y'all feel about
Hey,
one
Chris is like
night?
over there like,
Boring.
We want to know about, right, what the fuck going on in my ear and shit. Like, nigga, I was about to say, you making the spot hot and shit. But we want to know, how does everyone feel about one night stands? Let's
I
take
think,
it.
I think we should
We're
go
gonna start with
around. I
the
think we should
host.
go
We're
around.
gonna start with the host.
Let's
and we're gonna
Let's
go.
start with the manager.
We're gonna go around. I wish I had a box. I could pick the
Oh,
fucking
all right,
question.
the
But
heavy trivia.
yes, heavy trivia. But heavy's hot topic. How does everyone feel about one night stands?
I mean,
Go.
Is it a
I'm
bad
not-
or good thing?
Don't be influenced.
But the
Put your
gag
girlfriend
is,
on the left
you got,
of you.
but the gag is, you got audience.
No, I know.
those
You
that
know,
are
he
single,
where he at now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's come a long way. Yeah.
But the gag is.
I do it all the time. I think one night stands. No, wait, no, I'm talking about my past, y'all.
Oh shit! I was like, yo,
Chill, yo. I'm not that bad.
All right, come on. Let's,
All right,
like,
go ahead,
we
go
gotta
ahead.
wrap this up.
Go ahead,
Let's-
yo.
I think one night stands
Wrap it up.
are. I think they're cool. I mean, you should know when and when not to do it. I mean, if you're in a relationship, then no. But I mean, like if you're single, one night stands is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Because I mean, you go out. And most of the time, I mean, if you go out, I mean, if you're single, you looking to, find somebody, find something. I mean, if you can. It's like hitting a home run at the first pitch. Like, when is that ever been a bad thing?
That sounds like a kickball joint, y'all.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. One night stand's cool. Just be smart about it. I mean, definitely wrap it up and try not to shoot by club up because that's you don't even know what you in for at that point.
Wrap it up.
So yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
I give it a thumbs
One
up.
night stand.
Myself,
Let's move
I wouldn't
on.
do it.
All right,
You
thumbs up,
wouldn't do
thumbs
it?
up.
Never did it, but I wouldn't do it. Like,
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta provide a
People just
reason.
asking. You just don't know.
At least it is a lot of
guys.
question marks.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
You don't
I
know.
wake up in freaking Thailand somewhere. I don't know.
Thailand.
Sure. You just don't, but no, you really just don't trust people. Like, I'm very aware when I'm, you know, out, parties, whatever, but it's just like, things can go wrong in a second. So, I would never do it.
Yeah, it's true.
Taylor, aka Doc.
My definition of a one night stand for me would be with a person that I know for a while,
Okay.
but I just like.
Well,
I
that's
had
not a one
sex
night
with you that
stand.
day.
Yeah.
No, but I know you. Like you, my friend.
That's kind of
It's
some of
like-
my
You mean the
definition,
first time
too.
y'all
Yeah.
meet up? The
First
first time
time
y'all
y'all
meet
meet
up,
up.
y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
But you know of
we
them.
know
but
each
it's the first time
other.
y'all kind of.
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
I mean,
Start. Because your definition is my definition.
my definition of one
That's
night stand
included.
is you meet somebody, you have sex with them the
And
same
you don't
day,
expect
and
a
that's it.
return. Right.
No, okay, that's like the
You can't
traditional,
have
but no,
different-
no,
it's
no.
gonna change the opinions.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
you're
so
right.
what?
You
Which
guys
way
go
are we
by
talking?
that? or
Taylor,
go by-
definition.
Right, so my
You can go by
definition.
either one. That's just.
I mean, that kind of
That's
includes.
all
I
you
would have
feel,
different-
one night
Basically, when you
stand.
have sex with somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know like
Basically,
maybe you don't know them. Maybe you know of
Yeah,
them.
because
Maybe
if
you
somebody,
know of them.
you know, talking to you for a minute or seen a couple times.
Because
I
you
wouldn't-
want-
Well, no, we're not
But
saying
you-
we're not saying you've seen them. We're saying that like
Maybe
we're
the
saying that
first
like
time
you just know of
you
them,
know
like
of
maybe
them,
through
yes.
social
But
media.
maybe the first time you
Y'all,
see
the
them.
first time y'all link up, the very first
That's
time y'all
what
link up,
we're-
y'all have sex.
To me, that's a one night
okay.
stand.
I don't think
To me, that's a
Okay,
one night
alright. Yeah,
stand.
definitely,
I'm not
okay.
going to just have sex
Because
with
your
some
mind in a way
stranger
is
I
already
met at the
somewhat
bar.
familiar with them.
Nah.
Because you've
It's
seen
still
them
a
before.
one night stand.
Right.
because
So you're like
know them.
you kind of
But you
like
still don't know them.
you don't know them,
You've
but
never hung out with them. You've
I
never.
feel like just
interacted
because I
with them.
seen you at school,
I know-
and
I
then
know.
now
That doesn't mean you-
I don't think I know. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
like,
saying.
that
I
doesn't
don't
mean
know
you're
you
not
know
nice.
them.
But
Just because I seen you.
seen them, it's like you usually
Oh, like,
have
that's
eyes
on social
them.
media.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
Like you
yeah.
can get that infatuation.
But that don't mean, yeah.
Shit,
That don't mean I fucking know you though.
Alright.
I'm
And then
I'm trying to go, but I don't know you.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Let's move here.
Alright, yeah, your turn.
I
No.
feel like yes for other people, but no for me. If the stranger, if it's the stranger, I just seen you, I don't know you,
Yeah,
I'm
I've
probably
never
most
done that.
likely like no, this kitty is for the guys only. Okay, so no, not one night stands. We're not doing that. But my friends, okay, whatever you want to do. If that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
then good for you. Maybe I'm gonna be waiting for you right here, and then we're gonna walk out together because we're the buddy system, right? We're the buddy system. My friends have done it, and they've liked it, and we live to tell the story. But that's them. Like I'm just like no, nigga, not for me. But I'm saying the stranger, not the person that we've seen before. I mean, technically to me, that's still.
A one night
I
stand.
still don't.
Still a one night stand. I mean,
Yeah.
just because I
It
seen you at
definitely
school.
is.
I look at that as
I
like
hang out
sex
with
on the
you.
first encounter, not a one night.
What do you call that though?
That's what I'm
But
saying.
what
Yeah,
if
so
they
that-
never
I
told
feel
that?
like it's not a
Is
term
that
from
still-
it.
Is that considered a one night stand now?
I
Now
think it's
that
not a
you
term
saw them
for
at
it, yeah.
school, you body them. Now you back at school, you don't talk to them no more.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a one night stand.
Yeah.
It's kind of yeah. I think there needs to be another word though. We're just using that for lack of a better
Because my
term.
definition of a one night stand
Yeah,
is
I mean,
you go to the
traditional-
club, you
Strange
meet a
somebody.
chick.
Yeah, yeah. If you look it up,
One
it will have that
night
definition. Yeah, old
like
school
the
term.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know many people that even do that though. That's why I guess we're using
Yeah.
this because
We used to people using Tinder and all these other apps.
Yeah.
That
To link
way,
up.
and then
I don't know anybody that really has done a true official one night stand. Not that I know. No, okay, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. All right, everybody, just keep your thoughts to yourself. All right, heavy, Jay, heavy.
I'm pretty open for like anything, so I feel like if I'm somewhere and like the mood is right and like you're cool, I'm gonna use a condom regardless. So I don't know, like I'm probably cool with it. I'm probably down. I haven't ever done it, but like it is what it is. Like I feel
Never say
like
never.
if it were to happen, like I said, it would be fine. Like as long as if there's no condom, then no. But like if there's a condom involved,
That's fair.
it is what it is. It's cool.
That's fair.
I would do it probably.
Yeah, yo, I would say I'm with the shits.
I was gonna say, damn, don't make me be the only one over
No,
here.
I
I'm
think
like,
yeah. I mean, if it's the only one, I was with. No, yo,
Oh,
if,
yeah, you did,
if it's
okay.
the right time, the right place, like you said, you are single.
this is
I don't
nothing
see
was
why
on the
not.
table.
You're being responsible. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think people just stigmatize, and that's the problem. You worry about what other people think or society thinks of you.
It's like what the fuck you go to let's say you go to a kickback with your fucking friends. You feel me? Y'all lit. Y'all go to a kickback. Y'all having a good time, and it's, you know what I'm saying. It's not like it's hella strangers in that bitch. Like somebody knows somebody of somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying. We all in that bitch. We having a good time. Liquor is involved. You know what I'm saying. Somebody comes up to you. Y'all been kicking it the whole night, and he like, you feel me? He got his own. Come back to me. You feel me? Whatever. You go back and. Again, he got a condom. The deed is done. It is what it is. It's not like
just do it.
Y'all just out here in like Zimbabwe.
Just do
like
it. Nike.
Yeah, it's like almost like it's a perversion or something.
Yeah,
you know,
like
it's a natural thing we
sex
do.
is sex,
It's,
you feel me? You can't.
We eat, we sleep, we go to the bathroom, we have sex.
We have sex.
We're human
Yes.
beings. That's what we. All right, go ahead. Shed some light. Go ahead, sis.
No, because for me, like the reason why I'm not fond of one night stands is because I'm not gonna be as sexually open.
Same.
So for me, it's like if I ain't doing
right.
everything I'm doing, it's no point in me doing this because you're not even gonna know what I can do.
Right.
So for
Yeah,
me,
you hold back.
that now I ain't gonna lie. Maybe if I was like on vacation in Spain and some little hot guy
That's
met
what
me
I'm
in the
saying.
club,
Like, listen.
yeah. But here in America, probably not. But when I'm on
Overseas.
but if I'm like overseas in Europe or something, maybe. On vacations, my friends, and I'm single and I'm loving life.
Right.
It's like it's the vibe. I feel like it's
I'm
the
not gonna do that
vibe. Like you
here.
never know the vibe.
Right.
If the vibe is right, the vibe is right, and you can't.
But
you
I
know
ain't
what
meet
I'm
that
saying?
vibe yet,
that's
so I doubt it. But
Yeah.
if I meet the vibe, I can't knock it.
Right, that's cool. That's cool.
True.
I like that. I like that.
Everything else is done. I've been looking right now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I need my shit
No,
down.
I'm just saying because all the patterns and stuff.
I'll be
I'm
in
just,
tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
Yesterday.
You got your shot, yo. Hold up, yo. You already look. You already got it right here.
11:23. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm already here with it.
What time does y'all Mackey's close?
I need some ice.
For a shot.
It makes it better, chill.
Oh, there's any ice left. This kind of melted, but
Oh,
it's
this
in
one.
there.
You like to be on the
Right,
side?
right there. He said.
Oh, we didn't even highlight the drink.
Oh yeah, drink of the day is French vanilla Syrah. I didn't like it.
No.
I'll be honest. I give it like a 1.5, 2.
It's probably the worst syrup.
This tastes
I
like
didn't drink no. But it's like
UV cake.
Yeah.
If y'all ever had UV
Okay. Yeah. Or Pinnacle.
vodka or Pinnacle, Swedish fish.
Smells
Ew.
just like it.
Yeah, it tastes like the whip.
It
The whip.
It'll probably be better
Yeah,
with
the
like
whipped
getting a dessert or
Pinnacle.
something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the cupcakes or something.
Oh
That'll
yeah,
probably be
this
good
would be
in-
better if you
It's
use
not
it
to
in
drink.
some type of edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Like
something.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Yeah.
like
Or it could be
martini
mixed in
before.
some retard too, but
That shit.
we don't really mix
Like a
here,
sugar
so
factory, they do that.
we give you
See,
the.
I've never been. I
Never
want to
been
go,
there. I
but
wanna
see,
go.
I don't want to do all that
Yes.
sugar shit.
But they have that. It's like chocolate fudge martini and blah blah blah
I wanna
blah.
go
blah. It's
so
just like
bad.
nah.
I'm
So
not
I give
able
it-
to
I
drink
give it like a
the same
one and a half.
with
What would you give it?
sweetness, but
I
not
would give
alcohol.
this maybe a 2.
Two.
Make some
Because once you start getting drunk, I mean, you start drinking it more.
Yeah, it kind of.
Like,
It don't matter no more. You
What
Yeah, it don't
what you give it,
matter.
Joe? What you give this?
I didn't drink it. I already knew it was gonna be awful. I saw the French vanilla shit and I was done. I was like, no, thank
It's the
you.
rock, right?
So Joe gives it a 0.
This.
You ain't drink none either, yo?
Oh no.
Wait, let me
I
smell
ain't
it.
guess it.
Let me smell
No,
it.
it's-
You gonna give it a
it's
rating
cool,
from
though.
the smell? It smells
Yeah.
good.
By the smell, I was like,
It
oh
probably
yeah.
smells. It probably
yeah.
smells cakey and
Yeah.
real sweet.
It
does.
does.
It is.
0.
It is.
It's
0. I could taste that shit without even 0. Good night. This shit have you on your fucking. I don't even want to say because it's rude. I'm like, nothing. Never. Let's move on. No.
Say
Write
it.
it down.
I was about to say
So we
this
got
shit. You have
1.5,
your fucking Kenna
2,
shit, whatever.
and then
What is her
0
name?
and 0.
Kenna.
shit. Oh,
That shit have you on that shit.
Oh,
Like you be fucking
No.
running
So-
We do
around.
not recommend this drink,
I
but of
actually
course,
do.
most of
Yeah.
our listeners
awful.
are probably Ciroc drinkers. So,
Don't try that flavor. If you
Do
like
what you
Ciroc,
want.
stay
That's
away
stomach
from it.
hurt.
like, so do what you
I'm
want.
kind of biased because I don't
Check.
drink light anyway, so.
Turn your goofy down. Okay.
But okay, well, this has
Oh
been a
wait,
busy.
damn.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
Taylor.
Yeah, I don't got my shot.
Or not.
I want the ice.
Oh, this hold it. This is a little. This.
You need it. You already got it.
You got that
I
little
wanted
bit
a
of
cup.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just poured some hot ass.
I'm ready.
Alright, it's okay.
I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm
put your pinky up
shot
when
with
you sip
this
the wine.
shit.
This has been the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We were right in the middle of the conversation. I am your host, Mr. Freelines. To my left, I have.
Jay, aka Rosa.
Okay.
Hey, Taylor, aka Doc.
Doc.
Ariana, aka Mills.
Young Mills.
Heavy, aka J Heavy.
Pastor Christian was good though.
Brittany.
AKA.
Brittany.
AKA Sony.
If you
Yeah,
appreciate
there
this
you go,
episode,
yeah.
make sure you like, share with your friends, subscribe. Also, y'all not gonna know about this until Wednesday, but we got the guest feature with the Don't Judge Me podcast coming up on Sunday. So we'll give y'all the information on that. Y'all can check that out as well.
Yeah.
But the gag is, we better say no.
So go ahead, Joe.
Say no.
Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, you already opened the murder rate, ceasefire.
Oh, God.
BDM, busy doing nothing, man. We out shit. We out shit, man.